foundations of the earth. And the sinners, those that transgress the Most High's laws, break the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, like the straw that is kindled. You hear that? That fire is going for you. You're gonna look at you as straw. Your body gonna be like straw. Your body's gonna be like straw. And that fire gonna kindle in this straw, as it says. It said, woe to them that sin. Destruction to them that sin. Sin is a transgression of the law. 1 John 3 and 4. And keep not my commandments. He's hollering at you. Destruction to you that sin. Talk about you ain't under the law. He said, destruction to you that sin. And keep not my commandments. Said the Most High. I will not spare them. I mean, it can't get no clearer. He said, I will not spare you. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Most High knoweth all them that sin against him. He know you. He got your marks. He said, he'll know. Remember, his eyes 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Beholding all the ways of men, including the secret parts of every secret things that we do. This is what he said. For the Most High knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. Like I say, you choose life or death. You sin against him, he going to deliver you to death and destruction, as it is written. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them. You hear that? Meaning they ain't letting up. The plagues come upon the whole earth. What time have you seen it where a plague is over the whole earth? That you know his word is true. What he said in verse 1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Things that he's saying that's going to happen in the future. Listen. Verse 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Understand this. Go to 2 Ezra 9. Verse 5. Let's start at verse 5. 2 Ezra 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world have the beginning and an end, you're born and you die, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. That's what we're seeing now with these plagues and the things that's going on in the earth. And everyone that shall be saved, you want to be delivered, you want to be saved from your enemies in the hand of all those that hate us, and shall be able to escape by his works, by you keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and the faith in the Most High, and by faith, as it's saying, whereby ye have believed. That's why it tells you, hold that. Revelations 14 and 12. Here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. The saints are the 12 tribes of Israel. So going back to 2 Ezra 9. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, what you have done in these mortal bodies, and by faith, believing in the Most High, keeping his law, statutes, commandments, and believing in the Most High, whereby ye have believed, see? Whereby you have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, which is dangers, and shall see my salvation in my land, and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. That's why he told us in 2 Ezra 8 and 50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time, in the last days, brothers and sisters, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. You said the city's going to be troubled because of their pride. They walked in great pride. Okay? Verse 7 of 2nd Ezra 9th chapter. Every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils. Perils mean dangers. And shall see my salvation, powers from authority, in my land, the land of Israel, and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in pitiful case, listen at this, that want to choose not to follow the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, or become the righteous of the Most High. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, his laws. And they that have cast away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Hear that? You're going to dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits. Yeah, you living large. You living large now. You receive benefits and have not known me. No matter how much you call on him, you don't know him. And they that loathe my law, made light of the Most High's law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, because just heard you here saying you got to repent. You got to repent and come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Understood not, but despised it. Another law of mercy and grace. The same must know it after death by pain. That's what we're trying to warn you. The same must know it after death by pain, suffering, torment. And therefore be thou not curious how the unrighteous shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created. So we're supposed to be concerned about how the wicked going to be destroyed, but how we going to be saved. What we going to do to allow our names to be written in the book of life. That's what it's about. Go to 2nd Ezra 14. 28. 30 to 35. Hear these words, O Israel. Our fathers at the beginning were strangers in Egypt, from whence they were delivered. We were saved out of Egyptian captivity from the Egyptians, and received the law of life. Moses, through the power of the Most High, gave us the law of life, which they kept not. We didn't keep the laws of the Most High, which ye also have transgressed after them. We that were born after them still to keep the laws until this day. Because the majority of our people, 2/3 of our people are good for nothing. Only 1/3 going to be saved, going to be redeemed. Then was the land, even the land of Zion, parted among you by lot. It was our inheritance of our land by tribes. But your fathers and ye yourselves have done unrighteousness, and have not kept the ways which the highest commanded you. That's his laws, his commandments. And for as much as he is a righteous judge, he took from you in time the thing that he had given you. Took it away from us. That's why I said we had, remember he told us we had in first Maccabees 2:38. First Maccabees 2:48. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles. Hear that? We had to get the law from the Gentiles and out of the hand of kings. You suffered the sin of the triumph. You got to get the law back. And we had lost the law. I mean, look at let's continue. I can cover that in this chapter in 2nd Ezra 14th chapter. Let's start at verse 33. And now are ye here, and your brethren among you. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding, and reform your hearts, reform our minds, the way we think, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy, if we keep the laws of the Most High. But we said already, we went to 2nd Ezra 9th chapter, how He going to be destroying them. They're going to have torment and pain after death. But if we keep the laws of the Most High, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy, not getting what you deserve. For after death shall the judgment come. Hear that? After death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the unrighteous shall be declared, what they have done. So now, look at verse 42. The highest gave understanding unto the 5 men, because Moses had 5 men, and Ezra would get 5 men to scribe for him. And the highest gave understanding unto the 5 men. Remember, we didn't have the law. And they wrote the wonderful visions of the night that were told, which they knew not. And they sat 40 days, and they wrote in the day, and at night they ate bread. They ate at night, they wrote all day long, and they ate at night. As for me, I spake in the day, and I held not my tongue by night. He was speaking all this time. In 40 days they wrote 204 books. We only have 88 books. But they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were fulfilled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. The first that he gave him. We had lost the law. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. Only give this to the ones that have wisdom. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. When them is the spring of understanding, the fountains of wisdom, and the spring of knowledge. And I did so. It's powerful. So let's go to Zechariah, 1st chapter. Zechariah, the 1st chapter. And we're going to look at verse 14. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, cried out, saying, thus said the Most High of hosts, Most High of armies, Most High of angels, army of angels, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. Say, I'm jealous with a great jealousy for the 12 tribes of Israel. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. He say, very displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased. He said, was just a little displeased with us. And they helped forward the affliction. So they helped forward the affliction. He was just a little angry with us, displeased with us and what we were doing. But they helped forward the affliction. Therefore, thus said the Most High Power, I am returned to Jerusalem with mercies. He returned with the 12 tribes of Israel with mercies. My house shall be built in it, said the Most High of hosts. and a line shall be stretched forth upon Jerusalem. Cry yet, saying, Thus said the Most High Power of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Most High shall yet comfort Zion. The Most High going to yet comfort the 12 tribes of Israel, and shall yet choose Jerusalem. Then I lifted up mine eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns, 4 powers. And I said unto the angel that talked with me, What be these? And he answered me, These are the horns of the powers which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem, the 12 tribes of Israel. The Most High showed me 4 carpenters. Then said I, What come these to do? And he spake, saying, These are the horns of the powers which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. But these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, the powers of the Gentiles, which lifted up their horn or their power over the land of Judah to scatter it. That's payback. Thus said the Most High Power, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. His name is forever and ever and ever and ever. Numbers 14 and 18. The Most High is long suffering and of great mercy. Great mercy. Mercy does not give you something you do deserve. See, they think that the Most High is having mercy on them. They think this is what they think. Isaiah 47. And look at verse 7. Well, let's look at verse 6. See, I was wroth with my people. Since he was wroth with his people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. I have polluted mine inheritance. He polluted us. How? And given them into thine hand, given us into the hand of our enemies. Thou didst show them no mercy. We weren't shown no mercy until this day. Show them no mercy. Upon the ancient, as thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Ancient people, old people, they heavy laid their yoke, man. And thou said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. They ain't laid this to thy mind, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, and that dwelleth carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these 2 things shall come to thee in a moment and one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. Thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, None seeth me. Nobody see me. You just thought the Most High is blinded, like he done went blinded and lost his eyesight. Thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, None seeth me. Nobody see me. You don't see me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Prophecy. Telling you. Going back to Numbers 14, 18. The Most High is long suffering. He was suffering a long time. And of great mercy. Think about, they call him little girl, little El Nina, little and La Nina, and Mother Nature. The Most High is long suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty. visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. That's why he told us in Exodus, the 20th chapter, the 10 Commandments. He told us in Exodus 20, in verse 6, and showing mercy, it's the Most High, showing mercy to thousands of them that love him and keep his commandments. Keep his commandments. But he said, thou shalt not, he said in verse 4, it said, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Anything that's made that you can see with your eyes, you ain't supposed to bow down to nothing that you can see. The Most High is a spirit. He's an invisible power. And they that worship him, worship him in spirit and in truth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, and made jealous power, visiting the iniquity, the wickedness, the sins of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Because you don't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, you hate him. And showing mercy to thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. That's why even in my second chapter said in St. John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. 1 John 5:3, for this is the love of the Most High that will keep his commandments. The commandments are not grievous. So, in the end, it was Daniel's second chapter. We near the end. It's never going to recover to where it was. That's why we have to be more and more and more in tune with the Most High. As we see the time drawing near. Down to the second chapter. Verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High power of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Daniel 7:18. But the saints, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, of the Most High, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Verse 27. And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, the 12 tribes of Israel, 1/3, mind you. Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. It's going to last forever and ever and ever. And all dominions shall serve and obey him. They're going to serve and obey him. Every nation. Hitherto is the end of the matter. I think that's enough to be able to allow you to digest that for a little while. And if you'd like further information, you can reach me, Freestyle Wam, at P.O. Box 20012, Long Beach, California, 90801-3012. Continue to study to show yourself approved to the Most High, rightly dividing the word of truth. And study this. Look at this. There's a whole lot of prophecies that have to happen. That's in this Bible that we're seeing that's right in our face right now. Stay strong, Yeshua. I'm out. Shalom.